Hi guys, my name is Ethan, and welcome to my channel, which I have called My Little Corner of the Internet. I have a huge interest in Pokemon, so today I thought I'd share with you my top 10 favorite Pokemon. Number 10 is Dragonite. Now, if you were to ask me about a year ago if this is my favorite, I'm like, it's cute, but it's not my favorite. That has changed mainly for two reasons. Pokemon Go, as I am a huge player, I play that a lot, and coincidentally, I have a Dragonite. And also Ash's Dragonite in the anime. Now that thing is so adorable. Number 9 is a tie between Gallade and Gardevoir. Now, I think most people know this as the Ralts evolution line, and honestly, I liked Gallade way more before I liked Gardevoir. Gallade just looked cool. My first game was Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and seeing Wally's Gallade, I'm just like, man, that's a nice Pokemon. But ultimately, I tried to get a Gallade, but it ended up turning into a Gardevoir. Now, I knew Gardevoir existed at the time, but I didn't realize that it was a branched evolution. For some reason, I thought it was evolved 3 times, which is totally against all logic of Pokemon. But Gardevoir has definitely grown on my list because it protects its trainer at no cost, and it makes black holes. Number 8 is Porygon-Z. Now, when I first saw Porygon again in my first game of Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, I'm like, that's a cool Pokemon. And I found out what Porygon 2 looked like. I'm like, okay, it's getting better. And Porygon-Z looked weird, but I happen to like fully evolved Pokemon. I know I sound like an evil team, and that would probably make a good evil team video, but honestly, I just see potential. And Porygon-Z definitely, its design has grown on me. Number 7 is Lucario. Now, I think one of the main reasons I like Lucario is both because of Smash Brothers and the 8th movie. The 8th movie was such an incredible movie, and Lucario was such a great Pokemon in that. It's sad that he had to die, but I did not cry during that movie. I cried when real men cried when Latios died, and also Transformers 3. But that's besides the point. But Lucario in Smash is also such a great Pokemon. It's what I usually main. It's either that, Greninja, or more recently, Pokemon Trainer in Smash Ultimate. This is just a really cool Pokemon, and it has a sick Mega Evolution. Number 6 is Weavile. This is one of many manga Pokemon that I like simply because of its dynamic in the manga. Now, Weavile in the manga is Silver's Pokemon, and I feel that Silver in the games is one of the most misunderstood characters in the games. And honestly, he does have a Weavile, but it's his manga counterpart Weavile that makes me really like it. It has such a strong bond with Silver. It's just like, that's great. That's a great heartwarming story for a guy who has a seriously tragic and messed up past and father. Okay, number 5 is Togekiss. This is also another manga entry, but also because Misty's Togepi was also adorable. I liked it. I thought it was cute. But Togekiss just improved that. Like, I didn't know Togepi evolved. Then I saw Togetic, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I saw Togekiss and was like, but Togekiss grew on me. It's cool, and it's a tank, and competitive players just shake in fear when they see Togekiss. You know there's in for a lot of flinching and not moving. Number 4 is Dragapult. This is one of 2 Gen 8 Pokemon on the list, and Gen 8 is definitely a divisive game in the Pokemon community, but Dragapult is actually a bright spot in an otherwise, actually, I think Pokemon Sword and Shield's fine. I don't even transfer a lot of Pokemon. I've never had Pokemon Bank, but that's besides the point. Dragapult is such an interesting concept. It's a dragon that shoots mini dragons, and it's a ghost. What more could you ask for in a Pokemon? Number 3 is another tie with Typhlosion and Meganium, 2 of the Johto starters, mostly stemmed off of manga, but Meganium also... Oh, I liked Bayleaf, didn't like Meganium, but Meganium has started to grow on me due to the manga and also Pokemon Go. Typhlosion, I liked Cyndaquil the moment I saw it. Kulava's okay. Typhlosion's also grown on me because I was like, that's what it evolves into, what the heck. Number 2 is Corviknight. Now, when this Pokemon was first announced, I don't even know when, sometime during the whole Sword and Shield announcement timeline, I was like, that's cool, but is this gonna be like another Skarmory? You know, a Pokemon that is steel type. It's a bird, but has no pre-evolution. It honestly grew on me more after I found out it actually has evolutions. So that's great. Number 1 is Blaziken. Now, this is the most personal to me as it's my first Pokemon. As I said, I played a lot of them. My first game was Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and I chose Torchic as my starter when I was a noob at Pokemon, only knowing like 3, and that's Pikachu, Wobbuffet, and Wynot. And I wanted one of those, and you couldn't get them as a starter. So I chose Torchic, thinking that fire was the best element and most destructive, though I would be lying to myself, because water is the most destructive. But with it being my first Pokemon, it also shares a special place in my heart, but it didn't really become my favorite until after reading its Smash trophy portfolio, and it said it'd be a good star in an action movie. That's my favorite genre of movie. Also animation. But what I'm trying to say is, I like action movies. This thing is action-packed. It looks cool. Has an awesome mega. It's just near and dear to my heart. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. My name is Ethan, and this was my little corner of the internet.